Shalom, family. We are living in a time where many claim to know Yahuwah, but few actually walk in his ways. People fill churches every week, lift their hands in worship, yet the very law, the Torah, that defines righteousness, they boldly reject. They say, we're under grace now, as if grace gives permission to live in sin. But the word says in 1 Yahunatan 3:4, sin is the transgression of the law. So if sin is breaking the law, and the churches teach that the law is done away with, then what standard do they have left to measure righteousness? Family, this is why confusion reigns in the assemblies today, because the world and much of the modern church has replaced obedience with emotion and truth with tradition. Today we're going to expose this deception using the word itself. We'll see how Yahuwah defined righteousness and why many refuse to walk in it, and what it truly means to return to the ancient past. So open your hearts, open your scriptures, and let's walk together in the righteousness of Yahuwah. Dabaryam-Deuteronomy chapter 6 verse 25 states, "And it shall be our righteousness if we observe to do all these commandments before Yahuwah Alayanu as he has commanded us." Yahuwah clearly defined righteousness. It is obedience to his commandments. The Torah was never meant to be bondage. It was our covenant code of life. Through it, we learn his character, his justice, his mercy, and his holiness. But when people reject Torah, they reject the very foundation that defines right from wrong. They claim grace covers all, but grace was never permission to sin. It was empowerment to stop sinning. Now, some will argue, we're not justified by the works of the law, and that's true. Our right standing comes through belief in Yahusha, but don't twist that truth. Obedience doesn't replace faith, it proves it. We don't keep the commandments because we are already saved, for no one is truly saved until we are delivered from captivity, restored to the land, and Yahusha's enemies are made his footstool. We keep them because we trust in Yahuwah's promises and desire to walk in the righteousness that leads to salvation. Romans chapter 3 verse 31. Do we then make void the law through faith? Aluah forbid, yea, we establish the law. And again, in Romans chapter 10 verse 3, it declares, for they being ignorant of Yahuwah's righteousness and going about to establish their own righteousness, have not submitted themselves unto the righteousness of Yahuwah. This is the very reason they reject Torah. They want to define righteousness through emotion, tradition, and doctrine instead of by Yahuwah's word. So when people weaponize grace to justify sin, saying no one is perfect or we all fall short, they are willfully choosing to fall by rejecting Yahuwah's righteousness. Falling short once is human. Living short by rejecting Torah is rebellion. YarameYahu chapter 6 verse 16 states, thus saith Yahuwah, stand in the ways and see and ask for the old path where the good way is, and walk therein, and you shall find rest for your souls. But they said, we will not walk therein. This verse exposes the heart of the matter. The people heard the truth, but refused to walk in it. They preferred modern traditions, doctrines of men, and emotional worship over the narrow path of obedience. But Yahuwah calls us to return to the ancient path, the eternal way of righteousness laid down from the beginning. The same commandments given to Masha still reveal the heart of the Father today. The reason they continue in willful lawlessness is not because the truth isn't known. It's because their hearts are hardened. They have chosen comfort over correction and tradition over truth. But the remnant of Yasharal is awakening. We are learning that love for Yahuwah is not just words, it's obedience. As Yahushua said in Yahunatan chapter 14 verse 15, if you love me, keep my commandments. So let us walk in righteousness, not self-righteousness, but the righteousness that comes from believing, obeying, and aligning with the Torah of Yahuwah, the true path of life. Family, if this message stirs something in your ruach today, don't just let it pass by. Yahuwah is calling his people to return, not to religion, not to church traditions, but to his commandments, his truth, his way of life for us, and his covenant. We are the remnant of Yasharal, and it's time we walk in the righteousness he defined from the beginning. So take this moment, examine your walk, repent where you've fallen short, and make a choice today to walk in obedience. If you're ready to keep learning, to grow in the truth of Yahuwah's word, and to stand firm in righteousness, follow, subscribe, and share this teaching so others can awaken to the same truth. Together, we are restoring what the world tried to erase. Together, we are returning to the ancient past. Until next time, walk in truth, guard his commandments, and never forget, obedience is the highest form of love. Shalom.